Hey guys. So today I'm just going to do quick blasted out um, social media post, just like always. Sorry, it's not terribly interesting. I do it so that I can just get in the habit of streaming. So that's why we're doing it. All right, here we go. Firefox. So this is Grand Mimosa. It's actually really good. You do a little Grand Marnier with it. It's a different twist on just a regular mimosa. You could also get you a little drunker than a regular mimosa. Um, they're fun to make because it's not just your typical mimosa. So I did not mean to do that. Let's go. See, can't always get it right. I'm a little out of it today, a little tired. Um, so let's go ahead and delete that. I would like to delete. Thank you. There we go. Let's get back to it. You'd think I'd do this every day and I would not screw it up, but it happens. All right, this is perfect. I love it's got some good hashtags in it. And like, unfortunately, Ardent Flavor Liqueur, I didn't brand it or I didn't do an ad on top of it. So it could have said, there's like a blood orange liqueur that I have in the database, and there's Grand Marnier, obviously. Um, and I could have done those. But in this case, we're just doing orange flavored liqueur, which is kind of a bummer. You don't get the hits for it. But if I was to just go through and do all the variations of orange flavored liqueur, it would just never be ending. So let's go ahead and like it. Since we're already had Facebook open, I'm gonna do a share. Make sure it's sharing good, sharing well. And then looks like Godmother's still good. Okay. And then we're gonna come here. Let's grab our Twitter version. Twitter's so funny. I appreciate that they're up there character count, but when you get down to it, it's just you can't put a recipe on Twitter, and it would be a great platform for that. But whatever, whatever. Twitter. It's just let's see if I need to generate my image for Pinterest. So we'll close this. This is Grand Mimosa. It's just it's a bummer that there are funny things like that, and I don't know if Twitter would argue that's not what the platform's for, and probably isn't. But it they lose a lot of opportunities with things like recipes or travel or something like that. Um, just it's a fascinating problem. All right, here we go. We're going to go load it up. And this will kick us back to the home screen. Assuming this works. Yep, I think we're good. Let's go search it. I still love that search function. It is awesome. It works. It's consistent. I'm a big fan. All right, let's go ahead and pull it up. There she is. Also, if anybody's paying attention, you'll note that I give credit where credit's due. Whenever I use somebody's recipe, whenever I use somebody's photograph, I always source it. I really hate the idea that you wouldn't source it. I really hate that you wouldn't give credit where credit's due. Eventually, I want it to all be internal, obviously, and that's why I haven't monetized the site in any way, because that would be messed up to use other people's content and then try and monetize it. But the goal is obviously in the future to monetize it. But at that point, I'll have switched everything to only internal images and only internal recipes. And then you don't have the issue as much. I'd love to pretend like I would get in trouble, but the fact is that recipes cannot be copyrighted. Now the images, of course, can, And so you run into kind of weird situations with that. But it would be pretty messed up to try and make money off somebody else's hard work. Um, you know, uh, it just it doesn't seem like it'd be right to me. That's why I don't try and make money off this right now. Um, and once I've gotten over the hump and I do it all myself and it's all internal, I will, of course, maybe flip the switch. I should also comment. I am testing. Oh, it's not even on this page. Never mind. It's on the dev page here. Let me show you. I am working on it though. You can see I've already got the hooks in to do monetization, but that will have to wait until the day I don't have anybody else's content on my site. um, because I think it would be the most messed up thing in the world to take somebody else's hard work and try and make money off it. I see people doing it all the time. And it's one thing to say, listen, I'm going to go ahead and create a site and use somebody else's content and give them credit and not make money. It's another thing to use somebody else's content, create a site, and A, not give credit, and B, make money off of it. It's just not the way it should be done. And you see it all the time. It doesn't have to be that way. Like, make your own content, right? I mean, I've invested time and money into it, and frankly, like, it's one of those things. Everybody should be making their content. And I understand though, if you're trying to showcase a skill and you want to show how you can build something, but you don't have the time to make the content, okay, great. But then don't try and make money off of it, and don't try and claim it's yours. Make sure you tell everybody where you got your content from. Backlink, give that person credit. Like, and then from there, build up your monetization internally. Get all your content to be yours, and then push it, right? Yeah. So, but like the champagne, like a mimosa with Grand Marnier in it, like I could have gotten that from anywhere, and I love Difford's website, and so I want to reference him so that people who come to my site will then go to his site because he has a great site. Yeah. And that's the gist of that for me. I get pretty frustrated because it's taken me a lot of time and effort to take pictures, to develop the entire website from the ground up, back end, front end, middleware. I programmed it all. I would love to be, maybe at some point I can go in and give credit to all the people who develop the APIs and the libraries that I use as well. So, but it's not like, it just magically happens though. So, and I got here because of other people, and I got here because I used other people's resources, and I was able to learn and grow and put in filler content, right? And because of that, I have a better understanding of how it all flows together and how the site works and how you can stitch it all together and what that means and how that can be successful. But until I can claim it's all mine, I don't want to push it out in the world and give the impression that I developed all that content until it's all mine. So that's part of the goal. And let's see. So we've done all that. Okay, so now we have to do the Instagram / generic images. So we're gonna go ahead and load these up. Looking good. Yeah, again, sorry you don't see me blowing through all these and pulling it from my hard drive. All right, here we go. Center it. center it. Huh, did I start there? Yep, I guess I did. All right, let's blow this up. Now this one is going to be taller than wider, so it's going to be able to go further in the frame here. So it'll probably take a bit more to get it all lined up. Yeah, I mean the problem is it starts looking really once you get it too big. So we'll just go ahead and get it close enough. See that one? That one we're gonna go ahead and go 475 on. Pull it to the center. Yeah, I like that. See, this is the problem here, this strawberry. If I let it bleed over, it's going to cut it pretty bad. So I'd rather get it centered with the strawberry as a major component. So let's get this in the back. See, and this is going to be like 525. This is why I can't necessarily do this with... let's go 550 with an algorithm. Ooh. Because the algorithm is going to be pretty harsh on it, and the problem with that's the issue with cocktail pictures is you can't. It's subjective as to how you lay it out. Like this one, you can see I can pretty much cut a ton of that strawberry off if I'm not careful. So I don't want to do that necessarily. So we're just going to cut a little bit off of it. Try and leave some of it just in case wherever we put it does a crop on it that we don't get to decide. And so my bleed lines are pretty extreme, I think, relative to most people's bleed lines. So, but I really don't want to have an issue with that, especially like on Instagram. It just sucks they crop so much of it sometimes. And you can kind of say, hey, use the whole image, but they're still going to crop. Like that's the crop line there, that top line and the bottom line, that will be cropped when you see the preview image, and then once you click into it, you'll see the whole image. But when you see the preview, you're going to have that cropped. I guarantee it. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and turn off our bleed lines. Then, as always, I'm going to export, which you, of course, will not see. And there are tons of great resources out there that tell you dimensions of all this. Most are set in just ratios. But I can also say that most of them aren't very helpful. Hold on, I've managed to screw something up, I think. Yeah, there. Hold on. Yeah, most of them aren't terribly helpful. And because they're all focused on ads. And I would say the majority of them have a huge focus on ads because I've gone through a lot of them. And it is extremely annoying because you're trying to generate content, and like you're not necessarily creating ads. I understand for the vast majority of people, maybe they are. I don't know. I don't have any research into it. So it is one of those frustrating things for me. I believe in, they're making plenty of money off everybody. There's no need to give them your money too. Yeah, and that's not to say you can't ramp up really, really fast when you do something like that. But for me, the whole experiment has been, how far can you go without spending that money? And it's an interesting problem. They let you use a lot of their systems and a lot of capabilities and not spend any money. But you do spend time. Don't get me wrong, you do spend time. All right, here we go. Sorry for the coughing. Still bad hay fever here. All right, see what Instagram does today. Are they going to send me to my image or back to my home page? I have no idea. It changes every day. Nope. We're just going to go back here then. Click here. And then click there. So yeah, let's go back there. You can see it cropped. See, I mean, I'm telling you, those bleed lines are legit. Um, it still got just a bit of the top, and then when you go in, you get the full thing. But those bleed lines are real. You got to really pay attention to what you're doing there. It is relentless. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. Sorry, not terribly exciting today. Can't be a winner every day. But we hopefully I'll get back into showing you a bit more of the what do you call it, back end and the website itself and kind of how it flows and works. I can also probably start showing a bit more of the app as well. I want to make some major upgrades to the app, but there's only so many hours in the day. So, all right, guys, have a good one.